Friends, how are you all? Welcome to our CSS training session. Today we will talk about a very interesting topic, CSS animation. It's time to bring your web page to life. So let's start today's session. The basic idea of CSS animation is that you can animate the element of your web page. This means you can make the element move, change colors, resize, and do much more. The best part is that all of this can happen automatically without any user interaction. Now, how does CSS animation work? There are two simple things you need to define. Keyframes. These define the start and end any intermediate point of the animation. Animation properties. These control the speed, duration, and whether the animation should repeat or not. For example, if you want to make a box move from left to right, you define where the starting point of the box is and where it will end. Here's basic idea of the syntax. You define keyframes where the animation will occur. You assign an animation name and the animation properties, duration, timing, etc. You decide how much delay to include, the iteration count, and the direction of the movement. Using these properties gives you full control over your animation. Let's see an example. Here I have opened my example in my code editor. In this example, there's a box that moves from left to right. We named animation move right and set it to repeat infinity with a duration of 3 seconds. The box selector or class selector is styled with the following: height 200 pixel with 200 pixel, background color green, position absolute, top 50 pixels, left 0 pixels. Now the animation uses the move right keyframe. Here's what it does. The animation is set to last 3 seconds and repeat infinitely. In the keyframes at 0%, the box start at left 0, the left side of the screen. At 100%, the box move to left 100%, the right side of the screen. This means the box moves smoothly from the left to right. You can see it in action. It keeps repeating because we have set the iteration to infinity. Now I'll make a small change. Instead of going all the way to 100%, I'll set it to 80%. When we adjust the keyframe to stop at 80%, the box no longer moves all the way to right. It stops at 80% and then repeats. Now let's take a step further and animate multiple properties. We can animate both the position and the color of the box. Here's an example. Like before, we have a box. This time we define its properties with a width of 100 pixels and height of 100 pixels. The background color is green and its position is set to absolute with 50% from the top and 0 pixel from the left. The animation is named box, runs for 4 seconds and repeats infinitely. This means the animation will keep looping continuously. To create this animation, we define it inside the keyframes as follows. At 0%, the box starts at left 0 with a green background color. It has no rotation. So we set transform, rotate 0 degree. At 50%, the midpoint, the box moves to the center. The background color changes. Example to an orange color is using a hexacode. It also rotates by 180 degrees. Transform rotate 180 degree. At 100%, the box move to left 100%, change to another color, example red, and rotate fully by 360 degrees, transform rotate 360 degree. As a result, you can see the animation looping infinitely. The box changes position, rotates, and transition through green, orange, and red colors. If I update the colors, example change red to yellow, you will see the animation adjust accordingly. This demonstrates how you can animate multiple properties simultaneously. Controlling speed and delay in CSS animation. You can also control the speed and delay animation using timing functions like ease in, linear, ease out, and others. Additionally, you can introduce a delay to make the animation start after a specified duration. Example 2 seconds. Let's see another example. This example is similar to the previous one. We have the same box with the following properties. with 100 pixel, height 100 pixel, background color green. Position absolute 50 pixel from the top and 0 pixel from the left. The animation is named moved right, lasts for 5 seconds and uses the ease in out timing function. Additionally, we have added a 2-second delay before the animation starts and it is set to repeat infinitely. In the keyframes, at 0%, the box start at left 0. At 100%, the box move to left 100%. This creates a smooth animation that begins 2 seconds after the page load by repeat every 5 seconds. If you reduce the animation range, example change left 100% to left 80%, you will see the box doesn't move all the way to the right. The delay ensures the animation start after 2 seconds. You can also adjust the timing function to change the way the animation behaves. Example, making it faster or slower at certain points. Try refreshing the page after making these changes and observe how the animation begins after the delay and moves smoothly across the screen. Next, we will talk about the animation fill mode property. This property determines the behavior of an element before and after the animation runs. For example, if we set to forward, the element will retain the style of its last keyframe. Let's understand with this an example. I'm going to copy an example here. You can see that we have selected a box. The class selector is applied with the following styles with 100 pixel, height 100 pixel, background color green, position absolute 50% from the top and 0% from the left. The animation is named moved right, runs for 4 seconds and repeats infinitely. Here we have added the animation fill mode property to control how the style behave before and after the animation. For the animation itself, at 0% the box start at left 0, at 100% the box move to left 100%. Now let's see how different values from animation fill mode work. Forward, the element retains the style from the last keyframe after the animation ends. Backward, the element apply the style of the first keyframe before the animation starts. You can experiment with these properties to understand how they affect the animation. For example, if you set it to forward, the box will stay at its final position after the animation ends. Similarly, if you set it to backward, the box will revert to its initial position before the animation starts. Now, let's adding vendor prefixes for older browsers. Most modern browsers support CSS animation, but for older browsers like Safari and Firefox, you may need to add vendor prefixes. Here's how. Uses at the rate WebKit keyframes for Safari and Chrome. Use at the rate Moz keyframes for Firefox. Use at the rate O keyframes for Opera. For example, in the animation is named moved right. You will define it as follows. That was a quickly overview of custom animations. By adding cool animations to your website, you can take it to the text level and make it more engaging, all without needing JavaScript. Keep experimenting and enhancing your designs. If you have any question, feel free to ask in the comments. Keep smiling and happy coding. Thank you.